Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! Yes. In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
two 1-0 victories, but two very different games. Oh, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm joined in a virtual room filled with Lions. All the Lions I've got. Hang on. No, the injury report's in. Ollie and Berth have failed late fitness tests. They are out. Chris, though, Chris is in the lineup. He's ready. Friday show on a Thursday. Chris, what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Meant to have two games this weekend.
Come on.
English weather again is threatening to cause disruption to that because both games are on grass. So, for those who don't know, it's raining again a lot in the Midlands.
Sound drop.
So it's like fuck's sake. But yeah, hopefully two games. The Sunday team especially, we haven't played yet in 2026. So.
Nice.
We could really do with a game and getting back into the rhythm of it.
Well, that's not bad. Ollie did send me in his weekend. He's taming lions this weekend, so he's a bit busy. He might not be on Monday's show because he might be eaten. It's possible. Don't know. It's possible. You never know. It's not quite one for him. What I've got jam toast cookies to make, which I promise you, I'm so hyped for that. Girlfriend sent it to me and I was like, let's look at this video. And I was like, holy shit, I need to make this. Check my baking page during the weekend, listeners. Check it. It'll be worth it, I promise.
I am really interested to see how that turns out.
It involves a sourdough loaf.
I love jam on toast.
Exactly. Well, you never know. You never know. What I do know is my actual highlight. Sorry, Chelsea. It's the NFL bell. Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Sunday night, technically 1 a.m. It's Monday morning. I won't be watching that because it's on too late and I have work the next day. I do have the Monday after the Super Bowl off, so I am watching the Super Bowl. So that's nice. That's a privilege. So I got that.
Hoping to be in it.
One game away. It's one of my predictions for this year was Seahawks win the Super Bowl as well as Sinners wins the Oscar for Best Picture. Now they've been nominated for Best Picture, Sinners has, so could be 2 for 2. I hope.
Wow.
It'd be nice. What I have got, though, 2 games I've got for the games of the weekend for Saturday. I got 12:30, Chelsea women, Arsenal. This one's easy. There's no alternative. Chelsea and Arsenal, massive WSL clash. Bragging rights on the line. London should be blue. And at 12:30, I think the WSL is out of reach. We're not interested. But hey, if we sneak back into that title race, you know. And then you got a nice little break until 5 o'clock. Fiorentina, Cagliari in Serie A. I've picked them because they've quietly turned a corner. 2 wins, 2 draws in the last 4. Dragged them out of that relegation zone. A win here would really signal that Fiorentina are back and it's a proper momentum checking game, I feel. Sunday. Yes. 12 o'clock, Portsmouth, Southampton. This is the derby that I love. This is the derby I want. Forget where they are in the league. I don't care. There's always a fight. I'm going to watch it. There's definitely going to be a fight. And if you want fights, 4:30, Arsenal, Man United. Man United seem to be sort of back a little bit. There's also a Chelsea-shaped subplot here because if United manage to put a couple past Arsenal, our 04-05 least goals conceded record is intact for another season. I think tuning in for that, I know you have to cheer for United, but come on, you could do it. Just cheer for 2 goals. You could do it. And if you don't fancy English football, Serie A's got you covered. 5 p.m. Juve Napoli and 7:45 Roma AC Milan. I think it's a decent weekend of sport there.
Those are some big CVR games.
Oh yeah, Serie A always delivers. There's always a big game. It's always a big game.
Yeah,
I
that is very true, actually.
whilst in the Premier League, you get Burnley and Brighton. I don't know if they are playing this weekend. I
Mid
don't.
too, but
Yeah. I was actually going to check if Fiorentina are playing, but I've just realised that the Conference League have already concluded, haven't they, for the week? Well, for the till the knockouts.
yeah, because you only play 6, don't you, in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely competition, though. Got no issues. Shevva shout-outs. What have we got? I've got Right Guy with, did anyone notice Ollie casually dropping a 6-7 reference when discussing the team's performance? I didn't, and I feel like I should go back and listen now. What a child. No, I'm joking. 6-7. I have a habit of doing that. I'm terrible. I was on the phone to a customer a couple of weeks ago, and they went, "Oh, I was started my laptop about 6-7. I just went, and so I can't help it. I'm a kid." Jay Stone. At this point, Ollie should just make up stuff during his moments of the weekend and see if the guys can guess if it's true or not. Yes, I love that. That's why I put the lion taming in. He's definitely he's gonna no idea what I'm gonna be on about on Monday. I've got Jess talking on the atmosphere. I totally agree. I was in the shed end at Brentford, and even that was quiet. A lot of the fans were too busy negatively singing that they missed the João Pedro goal, and that's happened a few times now when I've gone to games. I think the conversion between the frustration of how we are playing and then we score, it dampens reactions to a goal. Now, Chris, I'm bringing you in because you've mentioned similar in the group chat about the chants and supporting the team.
Yeah, because I said this before, the whole protest against the owners thing, I get it, but you can't expect the team to play well then because it's detrimental. It's never ever had a positive effect on field because why would it?
Yeah.
Man United with the whole Glazers thing, the green and yellow scarves, Man United's home form absolutely tanked during that period. They couldn't win a game at home for love nor money. So, but to be fair, they still struggle at home now because the atmosphere there isn't good, because the feeling around the club isn't good. It's a thing where you just think, if you're going to go to a game, I think you can do all the chanting you want before the game, and then you can stay after and do all the chanting you want, and at half time fill your boots. But between the whistles, you just have to forget everything and just support the team. And the team needs that at the moment, especially. And that's what you're paying your money for. You're not paying there to go to a protest, surely. You're going there to watch the team play and to support the team. And at the moment, I don't feel like our fan base really supports the team. That it's almost like they're reluctant to support the team because that's like supporting the owners, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not supporting the owners. You can disagree with what the owners are doing and you can hate the sporting directors, but why are you taking that out on the players? It's not their fault. They're not doing it.
Yeah, I would argue it with the question. It's very easy broken. It's a binary question. It is a yes or a no question. It's, do you support Chelsea? You're going to say yes. Then you support the players, the 11 players plus subs on the pitch. Yes, I do. Yeah. Do that. You can also dislike the ownership. I do. But I support the team. It's I don't think I've ever, and I haven't, I can't say ever. No, I haven't. I can't ever sit there and want my team to lose. I just can't do it. I just couldn't.
No, because what
would I watch? What's the point?
At that moment, you lose the title supporter.
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
You're not supporting anymore, are you?
No, you're not.
I'd be really interested to know from whether other fan bases at the moment are similar to Chelsea or whether this is a Chelsea thing. I can't imagine it is, to be honest, but I feel now as though a lot of fans online, and then that's filtering through to match going fans now. I feel as though they are almost hate watching their own team. They're going there wanting them to be shit so they can moan about it. They dislike it when they're good because they're like, oh fucking hell, we turned up, we played really well, we won. That's boring. I can't moan about anything this week. I want to have a go at the sporting directors. I want to have a go at this manager. I want to have a go at these players. So I want them to be shit so I can have a go at them. Why? I don't get that.
It's a far cry from at the start of the season when the Athletic did their Premier League hopeometer and spoke to fans. Can you guess how much % of Chelsea fans were optimistic going into this season?
After the Club World Cup, it's going to be high. It's 80%.
98%. We were top of the optimism. Only Liverpool came close to us on 97%. That's changed.
And you know what? It's that thing, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah. Oh.
The minute you started the minute we went into this season expecting to win the league and the Champions League, everything was going to be a disappointment from then on.
Yeah, I started that. Sorry, everyone. What? Moving on. Mads, on Cole Palmer's current form, I agree with Berth that if he stays fit, he should reach around 10 goals this season. However, as Chris pointed out, a significant proportion of those goals are likely to come from penalties. Given that we have other players capable of taking penalties, those goals are not irreplaceable within the squad. What we really need from Palmer is greater in-game influence, not just output from the spot kick. All the best from Denmark and your favourite Danish listener. He's off to Man United. The Telegraph said an opinion piece that has become a fact, which is very dangerous in modern media.
It's even made it to Sky Sports.
Yeah, I will touch on them later. It's crazy. Look, there's a reason I didn't really comment on it on Twitter because it was an opinion piece, and yet they've took it as a statement. It's like, it's not. Fucking hell.
It'd be interesting to know where the Cole Palmer's homesick thing has come from, because he hasn't said it, not publicly. So who started that?
True. Well, the Sun did go. Sources claim Cole Palmer does not particularly enjoy life down south and misses friends from back home.
I hate that. What sources?
Sources.
Tell me who. Tell me who it is.
HP and Heinz. I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you the sources. I need to start doing that. Like, genuinely, if I said on this show, sources have told me that we are in for a defender this summer. It's going to be a big name, big signing. And you could go, it was on the At the Bridge pod. They said that. It's like, what sources have told them. Exactly. You can make shit up.
Literally anyone could do that.
And
anyone could say, sources have said that this player's unhappy. Sources have said that Chelsea want to make a move for Kylian Mbappe. And everyone will go, oh my God, it's going to happen.
Yeah, be careful. Of the son of all publications, they have in court been proven to not exactly tell the truth. In court as well. It wasn't, I'm not just saying it out there. Well, thank you for your reviews, thoughts, and everything else. And of course, if you want yours read out on the show, head over to Spotify, drop a comment on this episode. And we may just shout you out on the next one. And join the Discord. God, the link is in the description. I promise you, it's really, really good. It's tailed off. I'm not happy. We're on to, I think we're just over 330 people now. So let's get to 350. We can do it. We can do it, listeners. What can I offer you in return? I haven't got anything. Well, I have got you. It's news. Let's check out what you may have missed in the elevator of Chelsea news. Axel Disasi has interest from clubs in England, Italy and France. Ibrahim Rabaj has put pen to paper on his first professional deal. Kenji Paez is increasingly likely to leave Strasbourg and be farmed out elsewhere. Chelsea want to add a midfielder and an attacking player this year. They have a list of 10 names for these positions. Summer business is more likely though. Chelsea masseur Billy McCulloch wore an always connected sticker on his head during Chelsea's training session on Tuesday. Caicedo, Enzo and Colwell are all understood to be seeking discussions over improved contracts. Chelsea, however, want to delay any renewals till the summer. Chelsea are considering a move to sign Douglas Luiz on loan for the rest of the season. He's currently on loan at Forest from Juve. And finally, Jean-Philippe Mateta has told Crystal Palace that they lack ambition and he wants out, which makes me only assume that when Oliver Glasner saw that on his TV, did that Leo DiCaprio pointing meme. It was like, rough week for them. And might get rougher if we smack them 5-0 this weekend. That'd be nice. Douglas Luiz was an interesting one. Didn't expect that from David Ornstein.
It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Did you know he's 27? I didn't know you could live that long.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were even allowed to be looked at by Chelsea directors if you were 20 over. Well, if you couldn't buy a pint.
Here's
So
something
what?
really interesting.
Go on.
The general consensus amongst the Chelsea fan base. We need more experience. We need older players. Yeah. We need experienced older heads to come in and help this young squad. What's that? We're linked to 27-year-old Douglas Luiz, who's played for Villa in the Premier League and has experience of playing for a big club in Italy like Juventus. Nah, it's not good enough. Don't want him.
I like him.
And what are we doing? Like, honestly, the only response I've seen to this link is negative. I don't think he's good enough. What's the point? It seems like another pointless loan signing. What do you want then? Because you're saying, oh, add some experienced players. They go and get one and you go, not that one.
Yeah, it's apparently because we need cover for the injured Romeo Lavia, which you might as well say Romeo Lavia at this point. I feel so sorry for him because, again, he's such a good. I've seen him. He's so good. Unfortunately, his body doesn't allow him. It just doesn't allow him to play football.
And the thing is, like, it's someone coming in who is experienced, who does have experience of the Premier League. Is he this Douglas Luiz who left Villa? No, because let's face it, he had a fucking awful time in Juve. That was a move that just didn't work out for one reason or another. But as a cover player on loan, I don't see how people can be negative about it, even if he comes in and plays 5 games. Which means you can rest Caicedo for an extra 5 games or rest Enzo Fernandez for an extra 5 games. And it's cost you nothing except probably a minimal loan fee. Who gives a fuck then?
Yeah, exactly. He's got over 200 appearances for Villa and over 100. Well, he's got over 180 in the Premier League for Villa and Forest. Yeah. That's experience in the Premier League, 27. And Brazilian. So he'll fit right in with, obviously, we've got Portuguese speakers within the squad. It's perfect.
Yeah,
this literally is a great move.
Don't get it.
Don't be so negative, people online. I saw that from Ornstein. I thought we're going to be quite excited, aren't we? And I looked on social and I was like, oh, fucking hell. No, we're not. I also, talking of midfielders though, interesting to see rumours about contract talks being explored, or I would say agents circling like seagulls would over some chips in the seaside. I think Caicedo, you don't negotiate. We'll touch on him as well later. You just simply open the vault and pay the man whatever he needs because wow, he is incredible and he could find oil in anything. He would still have time. He'd find that oil and he'd still have time to get the ball back twice. He's an absolute magician. I love that man. Enzo Fernandez is intriguing because there's whispers he could be up for sale again. Whispers, just be careful. I can't help wonder, though, if this is like that classic agent behavior where you go, we're going to ask for a wage that's so stupid that you're then going to hesitate. And then I can go, well, my client's not valued here, is he? He's not valued. Oh, I think, would Real Madrid value him? Cole will, though. Go on.
If you hear that a player is entering contract talks with their current club, and then either a couple of weeks before or a couple of weeks after, you hear of links to them being interested of going to another club, you can instantly forget the links away because that is just a power play to get more money.
Isn't it convenient how it's all lined up at the same time?
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? It's a real coincidence.
Yeah, it's surreal.
Do you know what else I think is hilarious, though?
Go on.
Just on Enzo Fernandez. Obviously, I've gone back and forth on Enzo Fernandez. I was very critical of him for a time, and then I think I was. Yeah, there was a few episodes you could go back to.
Yeah,
and I've had some critiques for him.
Can't be doing that.
And then I've been quite positive about him, and now I think I'm probably somewhere in between. He is, I think, one of the polarizing characters amongst the fan base. Some people really love him, some people don't really like him. Most people are sort of ambiguous, like he's good sometimes, but sometimes he's not. And yet it's amazing how suddenly a player can be your best player as soon as they're linked with a move away. Because the instant he was linked with a move to PSG, it was, oh my God, they're going to sell our best player. It's Enzo Fernandez.
Yes.
No, that's it. That's it. We're doomed. That's it. They're selling our best player. It's Enzo Fernandez. Probably not even in the top 3 most important players in our team. So they're not selling our best player. Not even close.
No.
They're selling an important player. If it came to be true, they're selling an important player.
Correct.
But at the same time, is he someone who you look at and go, well, you can't replace him? This isn't like when we sold Eden Hazard and you thought, well, that's it. Well, we can't replace him. We're screwed here. It's like a unicorn. You're not getting another one. So I just find it hilarious that the narrative changes on players based on what's going on, because you hear a lot of negativity around Enzo Fernandez until he's being sold, and then everything's he's world class. Though can't let him go. He's world class. Is he?
Yeah, it's a bit like when we didn't do it. Like when Liverpool sold Suarez and you had Tottenham selling Bale. They replaced their unicorn with a rocking horse and an ice cream cone on its head. We Enzo Fernandez isn't really a unicorn. He's a top player. No disrespect to him. He's not world class yet. He could become. Levi Colwill I thought was delicate because there's no doubt the defence has looked utterly horrific without him, and that's I think why his agent would probably knock the door. I'm hesitant because for me, you don't hand out an improved contract because everyone else has been awful. That's not, you're not rewarding excellence there. You're rewarding absence. And look, he hasn't been outstanding this season because he's been injured. That's just happened. Yeah. And if we bump his wages now, I'm going to say I'd feel a little uncomfortable because this would be like the Callum Hudson-Odoi situation where we gave him a big deal. There was the injury concern. It's a risk. And I'm not desperate to drive down that road again because I sort of see it like that. If my car has a serious engine fault and then one morning I finally get it to start, I don't immediately go out and install the brand new leather interior, tinted windows and a sound system worth more than the car itself because I need to drive it. I need to put some miles on it. I need to make sure it doesn't break down again. And Colwill could come back and be absolutely brilliant again. We've got to also be delicate because those sort of injuries, you can never recover. You can never be at that level again. Again, you can be. Sport medicine science now is amazing. Surgery and recovery is amazing. Let's be careful. Let's be realistic and calm and not overreact.
I also think with Colwill, he has become more rated for not playing than when he was playing.
Mad.
And I think people have got to remember that just because Tosin, Chalobah, Fofana, Badiashile have looked shit this season, and Colwill has been out, there might not be a direct correlation there. Let's see Colwill in the team. If he comes back in next season and we get markedly better defensively, then you think, okay, he's obviously adding value there. 100%. We was hardly watertight last season and he was playing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's just calm down a little. And if I'm in charge and that agent comes knocking on my door talking about a contract, I'd say, do you know what? Let's see him fucking play first.
Yeah.
And then we can start worrying about giving him more money.
I'll also touch on, we have agreed a deal with apparently Fabrizio Romano confirmed that we've signed, I'm going to butcher the name, I apologise, Yissa Alau from Sheffield Wednesday for 500 grand. I tweeted, get in, what a signing. Don't ever tell me this ownership don't know what they are doing. We will easily sell him for 100 times the price in a few years. Shareholders are popping champagne right now. And that tweet sort of trended a little bit to the amount of abuse I got under that, saying I was clueless. I was like, have you ever heard of a thing called sarcasm? Did you not? Just, what are you doing? The amount of people that also then backed us up and was like, this is sarcasm. They're like, no, he's being serious. He's back in the show. Oh my God, what are we doing? Oh my word. God.
Do you know what we've got to be really careful of here?
Me. Go on.
No. I mean, as a fan base.
Yeah.
At the moment, with our sort of outlook on the sporting directors, we are destined to make every single new signing fail.
Wow.
Because they are instantly not going to feel backed just because of who signed them.
Yeah.
So, like, look at the Xhaka deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. young, inexperienced centre back. No one wanted him. Everyone's going, no, we don't need another young, inexperienced centre back. Now the deal looks like it might fall through. They're being slagged off for not signing it, which makes no sense. And instead, they might be going for the older, more experienced Senesi from Bournemouth, but no one wants him either. And it's like, well, I don't know I don't know who we can sign then. Because what you're saying is that I don't want this young kid. I don't want this older, more experienced player either. Well, what do you want then? I don't know. I don't want you to sign anyone because I don't trust who you're going to sign. And that's fine. But you can't make the player feel that before they've even stepped foot on the pitch. Like, because players are on social media. They do exist in the world. So what's going to happen is we're going to sign a player, and he's going to have all the little press photos and that done. And Chelsea are going to put out a social media post welcoming the new signer. And if underneath that is thousands of comments just slagging the sporting directors off for signing this player, he's instantly going to think, "Fuck me, they already don't like me. I haven't even played yet." You're not going to get a good reaction from that player.
No.
So we have to be very careful here that you're not cutting off your nose to spite your face. You can't just slag off every signing we've made because the sporting directors signed him. See how they play. If they turn out to be shit, then slag them off. But
No,
wait
you
first.
make a fair point. Well, let us know, listeners, what you think of Douglas Luiz and anything else in the news, anything else at all. But we are going to Kingsmeadow Corner because Chelsea, they took on Manchester City in the League Cup semi-final.
I think they're lucky if they have one more chance. Don't think it's going to be enough.
And it won't. And Chelsea do it again. Vika Kaptein's header on the 41st minute, the difference. And a 7th consecutive final awaits for the reigning champions.
Manchester City 0, Chelsea women 1. That is, as you just heard, Chelsea's 7th straight domestic cup final. Oh my word. You know what? I didn't actually do a winners and losers for this one because it was it's a bit of a sufferball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We didn't play particularly well. We did defend well, and Man City just turned up without. They were stormtroopers. There was no accuracy from them. They had all the chances and everything was wide. And this is domestically though. This doesn't get much tougher because City have been outstanding all season. You know, they've looked borderline unbeatable, and yet we've handed them. They've had 2 defeats this season. Both games that they've lost have been against us. That's a lovely pattern, and City
Going to get in their head as well.
I would love that. Going into this game, City had scored in all 17 of their games this season, but they didn't do it. We were quite simply kryptonite to them. And that said, I'm not going to pretend this was a comfortable game because when I was watching it, we did defend well. We did. We kept a clean sheet. Hannah pulled off some good saves. We did make life a little unnecessarily difficult. I do wonder if it was another night, which you could say about anything, with a bit more composure in the final third, City could have easily had 2 or 3. They really could have. How Hemp does not score an equaliser in the deep bowels of 90th minute. When that ball goes across the box, I'm like, and we're going to extra time. And she missed. And I was like, oh, but win's a win, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think sometimes you make your own luck.
Yes.
I think if you defend well, like we did in this game, and you sort of have your backs against the wall, but you're defensively solid. Listen, good teams, no matter how solid you are and how well you play, will make a chance or 2 to score a goal because that's what good teams do. You look back at the 2021 Champions League final for the men. We was brilliant on that night, defensively rock solid. Man City had 2 good chances to score.
Yes.
And they missed them. But you make your own luck by defending well throughout the game because you make them snatch at those chances because they know that they're not going to get many because of how well you're defending. So then you sort of psychologically, you're making them snatch at chances that normally they wouldn't if they was opening you up at will. So I think we made a bit of our own luck there. I think psychologically as well, in terms of the WSL, it's massive because they're going to look at it and think we've still got to play them again yet. And if we lose to them again, they'll be 3 points behind us, which means we can't make a mistake. We can't slip up again. And that's a lot of pressure to put on a team. So I think we've done really well psychologically. And to make another final's fantastic. I'm going to go. to the final. So just waiting for the tickets to be released in the Chelsea end, because
Yeah.
I was gonna buy tickets on the halfway line
Okay.
last night after we was confirmed in, but none of the seats were great. So I want to try and get in the Chelsea end if I can.
Look, like I look at it, it's a win as a win, and it was enough. We, like you just said, we're booking a final, 15th of March. We're facing Manchester United because they beat Arsenal in London. I'll be honest, I can't believe how negative I felt after a victory, because I am genuinely delighted we're heading to another final. We should, I said this last season, I'll say it again. We should never, ever take this team for granted. This is almost, we expect finals. We are so blessed as a fan base to be looking at one of the greatest dynasties in the women's game. And I feel that we do take it I'm taking it for granted in a sense by going, oh, well, we didn't really do well, but we won and we got through. That's amazing. The game itself was forgettable. Nah, don't care. We're in a final. And you know what? The decisive moment, first half barrage of set pieces that we did pay off in the end. Baltimore recycled the possession. City had obviously cleared the corner, but the ball went back in, far post, cap time was waiting, lovely header, huge goal. It settled the tie. And the second half, look, if you didn't watch, listeners, it was just resilience. Hannah Hampton had the back line and they all stood firm. We just did the ugly work that is just defend, dig in, and protect the clean sheet. It's one of those games where it's not pretty, it's not memorable, it's effective. Final's been booked, momentum keep maintained, and now on to Arsenal for the weekend. Anything to add?
Not really. Here's a question about this Chelsea team. Not necessarily this squad, but I mean Chelsea in general, Chelsea women in general.
Yeah.
Do we have to win a Champions League to be considered the greatest English women's team ever?
Oh, I think we already are that.
Yeah, or could you say that we are now? Because you look at the accolades and the amount of titles in a row, the amount of finals, the amount of trophies. The only thing missing is the Champions League. But do you have to win that to be considered the greatest women's team this country's ever seen?
I think it would certainly seal it. I would look at it. Arsenal have won the Champions League twice. Do we consider them the pinnacle of the women's game? I would say no. I would say it's Chelsea.
No,
it's Chelsea every day.
I think we must. I think we must be there now. I think if you're looking, I think if you said to any big name player in the NWSL, you can move to one WSL club, I think 90% would choose Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
And I think that makes you the biggest club.
100%.
That's almost like being Real Madrid. If you said to any men's player, you can go to one club, 90% will choose Real Madrid.
I think the only club that we couldn't poach players from would be Barcelona, and maybe, and I say maybe because it depends on a lot, would be Manchester City. Not because we're not bigger than Man City. I think it's just, I feel like Man City, it's always been Man City and Chelsea. And like it or not, I don't know if you'd want to cross Man City to Chelsea. Would it be more of an advantage? Well, trophies, you would say yes. I think that's the only club I think we could walk into Arsenal and take their best player. It just depends if they'd let us, if they'd accept the bid.
The only thing I would say is I think Arsenal women still have a bigger fan base.
Yes, because I know when I was in my teens, like I might not have even got the timelines lined up right. I always remember Rachel Yankee at Fulham and Arsenal. That's all I remember. When someone says, what's my earliest memory of women's football? It was Rachel Yankee at Arsenal and Fulham. So the fact I'm saying Arsenal in that would suggest that from early days, Arsenal have always been one of the teams.
I think Arsenal are the only other club in the WSL who could make the case for being bigger than us. I don't think Man City could, because I still think Manchester City women are a relatively new entity.
I could see your point. I think trophy-wise, it's Chelsea all day.
Yeah,
Chelsea every single day.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't think it could be anybody else. What listeners are going to be slightly biased, but if you have no bias, tell us who's the bigger club. let us know. It's Chelsea, we know. So we've gone from Kingsmeadow corner. We head to winners and losers as we took on Pafos FC in the Champions League.
If Chelsea can just have a little variation on this corner.
It's going to have to be a good Chelsea ball, perfect Chelsea ball, isn't it? Because Pafos have barely put a foot wrong in this game. In goes yet another corner, flicked on, and there's the header, and at last, Moises Caicedo scores for Chelsea.
It really was a perfect corner because it ended Chelsea 1, Pafos 0. Winners and losers. Chris, who have you got? How many, more importantly, have you got?
I've got 3 and 3.
I've got 4 and 3. And I'm allowing myself that because we've got 2 people on the injury reports. They didn't even send it in. It's almost like they planned it.
Mate, when Berth's not here, we do what we want.
Yeah.
On my knee.
Yeah, they're down with their knees. Well, no, they're not. No, that's terrible. Can't say they're down on the knees. No, that's too much. No, we can't do that. No. Winners. Let's get it right on the right track. Moises Caicedo, or Caicedo, as ever that commentary decided to go.
Yeah.
He scored the winner. He somehow still had time to do absolutely everything else. He had 4 shots on the night and all were on target, which for a man whose main job is just to hoover up the danger, I think is pretty outstanding. And 2 efforts were outside the box and they forced proper saves as well. And you know what? On another day, he might have been walking away with a match ball tucked under his arm. I just love that. Imagine that. Oh, why was he your winner?
Exactly that. He was the one who tried to get an impetus into the game. If he was going to score, he was going to be involved somewhere.
It's mad.
Whether he was scoring it or whether it was his shot that rebounded out and someone put the rebound in. Because he was the one who looked the most threatening. It was really interesting. That must be the most amount of shots he's had in a game for Chelsea. Must be.
Oh, it feels like it.
Yeah, because I can't ever remember him having more than 2 in a game.
Yeah.
So it was good to see that we was trying something different to break down a low block. Because I've been saying for a long time that when you're playing against a very low block, one thing you have got to do is you've got to take more shots from range because it makes people step out to you the next time, which then starts opening up pockets of space for people to operate in. If you're constantly just trying to go through or round, they'll stay in that deep shape. If you start hitting ones from range, once you start getting someone who can hit the target, someone's got to step out then because otherwise they're going to score. So it was good to see Caicedo do that. All his shots was excellent as well. Forced really good saves from the goalkeeper. And then obviously pops up with the clutch moment, scores the winner. And, you know, amongst all the moaning about only winning 1-0, you don't get any extra points for winning 3 or 4-0. So we won the game and that's what we needed to do.
And you can add in 8 ball recoveries. He got dispossessed only once, and it was just the usual defensive shift from him. And that was a complete midfield performance. And, you know, against Pafos, he truly stood out and showed us just, you know what, he's an all-round midfielder. He was an all-round midfielder in full control of his ability. I love the guy. He's so amazing, and especially from how he started his Chelsea career to what he is now. Absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. My second winner, if I've got Jay Gorter. Do you know who he is?
Nope.
Well. I keep hearing, Chris, shouts that Chelsea must sign a new goalkeeper. I'm not fully buying into giving a number 1 shirt away from Sanchez because I think recent form he's been good. Backup keeper though, if Jorgensen leaves, I think you should take a little scouting trip to Cyprus because Pafos' Dutch keeper, Jay Gorter, there you go. He was outstanding. He was out. He was. You know what?
Yeah,
Caicedo got it. Go
in
on.
fairness, he does deserve a shout out because he was the
He
only
was
reason
great.
why it wasn't 3 or 4.
Yeah, he was man of the match. I'm sorry, I know Caicedo got it. It 6 saves on the night, and several of them were just top draw reflex stops, and a couple were straight at him. However, I watched it back today, and I thought he gets his limbs down that quickly,
Yeah.
just that's quality. Because you take a shot at yourself, it could easily go through your legs. He's only 25 as well, and he was signed from Ajax in the summer. So what's mad though is not even their first choice keeper; is their backup. I'd be stunned if a few clubs didn't at least see that performance and start sending scouts to a few games or just
keep an
watching
eye
stuff.
on him.
Yeah, because I was impressed. I was like, okay.
But then it's not unusual for goalkeepers to have their best game against Chelsea.
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
you've got to be very careful. Who was that
Remember
lad?
when?
Go on.
Remember when we played West
That's it.
Ham and they
Yes, that's
they
what I was
put
gonna
in that
say.
one? He's only ever played that one game and he was like prime Buffon, and then
Yeah.
no one's ever seen him again.
What was his name? David Martin.
Yeah.
No, that's his dad.
No. Yeah,
No.
it was his son, wasn't it?
David Martin. Where was it? Is it David Martin? Born in 86. It's got to be him. David Martin was the son of Alvin Martin. Yeah, David Martin had an absolutely worldly of a game against us, and then
Unbelievable.
disappeared. It's like, what? Oh, mad. Who was your second winner?
Benoit Badiashile.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thought in the very limited amount of defending he had to do, he defended well. Was only tested maybe twice, but we have seen him fail those tests. So
that's true.
I thought on the ball though he was really good. I thought his use of the ball was good. He played a few line breaking passes that got a number 10 into a position where they could have hurt Pafos. We didn't, but they could have. The little flick as well for the Esteval chance.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Unbelievable.
Very good.
That was the most inventive piece of play I've seen all night. And it came from Benoit Badiashile.
Yeah, it was, not who you'd expect.
But yeah, I think he's another one where, quite rightly so, he's took a lot of criticism this year. So I think it's only fair that we have to balance it out when he has a decent game.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, it's nice to see players do well. Like we do actually support this team. We want them to do well. I've got other results as my third winner because
good.
Sometimes you don't need a fine cup of coffee. You don't need a Shakira album or even a sunset on the day before you have annual leave to just bring that smile to your face. And I just checked the other scores and I smiled. Man City, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Inter, and PSG all dropped points over this week, and it's as close to a perfect European evening as you're going to get. And this win took us. We did win, despite what some people are feeling. It took us to 8th in the Champions League table. That's the automatic qualification spots, and it makes next week against Conte's Napoli absolutely massive because you win that, we might. It's not fully in our own hands. We might dodge the playoffs entirely. And, it might not be the most box office game. It's very, very important, though.
Well, it is for Napoli because they'll go out if they lose.
Well, I found out today, actually, that basically the higher you finish in the top 8, the more advantage you get going forward. So you basically get the second leg of the knockouts at home. So right. I believe in the next round, if you get in the top 8, it's the top 4 that get the second leg at home. And then the quarterfinals, I think that's the second leg at home. I might have got it wrong. It's either the second leg at home for the quarters for the top 4, and then the semis, it's the top 2, if they make it. And then it's based on that rank, which I thought, actually, that makes it a lot better. Because if we were 8th, then, you always want the last leg at home.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit of a...
I mean, the reality is the standings actually mean jack all because PSG won it last year and they finished about 17th. So
yeah, they were proper they were nearly out of it on the last day. So who was your third winner?
I've got conspiracy theorists.
Oh, now, go on. I'm up for one.
So I've tended to take everything the media have said about Chelsea since the Enzo Maresca situation with a pinch of salt. And a lot of it has sounded really far-fetched, especially when you've got people saying that the manager isn't picking the team and he's being told how to play and who to play. And I thought that was a ridiculous thing to even have a notion of at a professional football club. However, the reason why I would say that this was a victory for that, and people who believe that, and why it might start to carry a little bit more weight, is because if you had took Rosinia out of the dugout and put Enzo Maresca back in it, I think the performance would have been exactly the same.
I've heard a lot say that.
We've seen it again. Malo Gusto as a number 10 rather than overlapping. Wingers being told to stay and hug the touchline and then try and beat their fullbacks 1v1 when all of our wingers are shit at that. The slow, laboured build-up, the 4 or 5 touches on the ball when you could do it in 2. The whole Pedro Neto situation, the fact that not only did he play 90 minutes, he played the second half in a position he doesn't play just to keep him on the pitch, does start you to think, what is happening here? Because if that trend continues, that argument about who's picking the team here will start to carry more weight, because the Neto situation is weird. Let's be fair. The fact that he just, no matter how badly he plays, he always stays on the pitch and always starts games when he's fit is odd. Under 2 different managers, that is weird, and that is something to look at and think there's got to be something going on there. I mean, when he switched him to a number 10, and you thought, if there's one position I would say Pedro Neto can't play, it's number 10. Doesn't suit any of his attributes at all, does it?
There was rumour. That's all it is, that Pedro Neto was being played because he can be sold in the summer. And then you heard there's one in club that could be interested in a Chelsea winger, and we were unaware of which Chelsea winger it was from Atletico interested. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's not going to be Garnacho this early, is it?
No.
It's strange.
It is something weird. And then, like I said, the tactics, because I've seen someone online, and there might be people out there who were more educated on how Rosinia played at Strasbourg. Because I'll be honest with you, I never watched him play while he was there, so I couldn't tell you really. But I did see someone say that it seemed out of character for him because he never used inverted fullbacks at Strasbourg ever. He never had his fullbacks going into midfield, and all of a sudden he started thinking, I think we could play Malo Gusto as a number 10, you know.
I'll clap back actually. Conte did the same when he took over. He copied the old system until he wanted to bring in his own system. Maybe
that is true, yeah.
Maybe Rosenio's literally just going, look, I'm not going to throw him my system yet. Let me slowly adapt, because he's had 4 games, I think, in 4 different competitions.
Yeah,
which is like, what?
That's a really great point actually, because Conte didn't he? He started with the 4-2-3-1 that we'd already been playing, and I remember in an interview afterwards, he said that he told the players, listen, you think this is how you do things. I'm going to let you do it, and you prove to me why it's the right thing to do. And then we got absolutely spanked at Arsenal 3-0. And he walked in the dressing room after and went, right, you had to go your way, and that happened. Yeah. Now we do it my way. And then from the whole game, the game after, we went to the back 3, won the game 2-0, won 13 games in a row.
Won the title. One season. Seriously, 10 years ago that was. One season.
So let's hope we could do something like that then.
Fingers crossed. My final winner was, Pafos's Georgios Michael. Special shout out to him because his Champions League debut, and it was a huge, huge night for a young lad on the biggest stage. And I'm a George Michael fan. And as soon as I heard that name, I was like, oh, is it? Look, it was over. I was like, instant winner. No notes on it. Just got to have faith. Oh, God, I was just so happy. I'm so happy to see that name.
Very good.
Are we all out for winners?
Yes.
Oh, that means... Oh, no, it doesn't. That's the wrong one. No, that's not it. We're not doing that. That's what we're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, we went back in time there. Yeah.
Flashbacks.
the trees off.
That was like PTSD for me. That was.
Losers, I had 3. Did you have 3 as well?
Yes.
I am going to be a bit, I've just said about overreactions. I'm going entertainment.
Yeah. Fair.
Because we all watch football to be entertained, or at least stay awake, I think. This game failed on both of those. Look, we won. I know. This was designed as a Champions League nightcap. If it was, fair play, because I was so bored and sleepy. We had endless possession. We did. Amazing. Zero imagination, though. Pass it left, pass it right, swinging across. Watch a Pafos defender head it away. Repeat. That's a bit boring. I know that's the point, a low block. I get it. I refuse, though, to believe a single person here or anywhere heard the final whistle and thought, I can't wait to watch those highlights. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. No, the whole thing was just boring. It was uninspiring. And the worst thing for me, I've seen some fans try to dress this up like a tactical masterclass or comparing it to fine art. I know art is subjective. This wasn't a Rembrandt. It wasn't a Velázquez. We got the job done, I know. No one will remember this game in 6 months. This wasn't the Night Watch. It was a finger painting stuck on the fridge because you feel bad if you threw it away. It wasn't a fun game. We did score. I can't complain about that part. I kind of expected us to at least get 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. I really did, because Pafos are not a good team.
You know what's funny, though?
Oh, go on.
I think people expected that. And again, I'm going to talk about expectations again. People, including people who went to the game, was going there thinking, oh, we'll spank these. 4-5-0, easy. This will be absolute piece of piss, this will. Just because their name is Pafos. Because if you look at their results, actually, it's only Bayern who have given them a spanking. Bayern beat them 5-1. But everyone else has struggled. So I don't know why we expected it to be an absolute hiding just because their name is Pafos. But what else I think is hilarious, and I think, again, this is kind of where I think the football fan has changed over the years. You used to go and watch your team play, and if a team that you was playing against turned up and they sat 11 men behind the ball and the entire game was played in their half and they showed no ambition to win the game at all, and they literally just sat in, kicked it away, and then waited to defend again, which is what Pafos did. And if you don't believe me, go and look at their average positions, because their centre forward looks like a DM. So, that's what they came to do, and fair play to them. That's how I'd approach it as well if I was Pafos. Of course you would, right? But you used to go and watch your team, and the opposition would come and do that, and you'd eventually find a winner through a set piece. If you was to ask the fans who went to the game afterwards, oh, how was the game? They go, oh, it was shit. But they would only slag off the opposition. They go, oh, it was shit. That team didn't come to play at all. They just sat in. They didn't want to play. They made it really boring. All I heard after this was how shit we were. We was the team who was trying to play. They came not to play. We was trying to play. They came just literally to defend and sit in. Why aren't they catching any shade for that? Because they should be. Because, yes, I agree. They come be defensive. I ain't got a problem with that. I think you're well within your rights to do that, and that's exactly how they should have set up. But I do think you've got to show a little bit of ambition on the ball, especially again,
it would be nice.
Especially when you consider, we're not Real Madrid, we're not Arsenal at the moment. If you open up, we're not going to pick you off. You only have to look at our team sheet, and I could tell you, we're not going to pick you off and put 7 past you. So I think you can open up a little. They had no intention to, and I just think it's weird that we're getting more criticism for that than they are.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got to repeat it because I actually got a little mispronunciation on that. Look, it would never be seen as a fine work from Rembrandt or Velázquez. I got that wrong. Got to pronounce it properly in the Spanish tongue. But it's true. We did get the job done. And I know, I just am saying it wasn't entertaining
No, it
to
wasn't.
watch.
No, don't get me wrong.
That's
It
all I'm
wasn't
saying.
entertaining. It wasn't entertaining in the slightest. However,
Of course.
I just think we're getting a lot of heavy criticism from our own fans for not being entertaining in a game that it was literally impossible to be entertaining in.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very agreeable point. Who's your first loser?
I have got Liam Rosenia though.
Go on.
I've got him for what I said earlier. The decision to tuck Gusto inside, to invert the fullbacks. I just think you're playing against a back five. Well, you know, that was silly. You're playing against a back 11. The last thing you want to do is bring everyone into the pitch. I just think it was a really strange tactical decision to think, say what we need today, more people in the middle. Why do we need more people in there? Do you mean the area of the pitch they want us to be in? Yes. And I want us to keep playing central if possible. That's not going to work. There was so many times in the first half, especially, Neto and Garnacho got the ball and there was 2v1. And you thought, someone go past him. Someone run past him to take one of those defenders away. But Gusto was stood in the box like a centre forward. And you thought, well, he's not going to do anything with that. Pedro Neto isn't great 1v1, let alone 2v1. You know what I mean? Garnacho, I don't think he could beat someone 1v9. He is absolutely dreadful dribbling. He's fucking shocking at it. So it was a really weird tactical decision. And I think he's been very good lately. In his first 3 games, I think he's been very good at adapting relatively quickly to what's happened on the pitch. I think it took him too long to figure out that we don't need those fullbacks inside today. We don't need to congest the middle of the pitch. We need width. The way you beat a low block is you go round it. You go round the outside, you get to the byline and you put balls in the box, and then you get numbers in the box from your midfield and your forwards. You have to have width to do that. You have to try and make pockets of space where there isn't any by stretching the opposition as much as possible. We didn't do that. We condensed the pitch and made it really, really easy for them to defend. And that is on Rosenia because he chose to do that. And it was a really, really stupid decision, in my opinion.
My second loser was the referee. I thought it was a solid 0 out of 10 in that officiating comment. Eric Lambrex, I believe his name is. He spent the evening. He was missing calls like his phone was on silent for me. The disallowed Enzo goal was for a supposed push. I think that was a howler. And that was unbelievably soft. There's fresh morning snow offering more resistance than that. That was a clear goal.
You know,
then there's the
everyone
handball.
agrees with you on that, by the way. Everybody. And I'd just like to point out again that you're slagging the performance off. Not you, a lot of people.
No, I was going to say I'm slagging off entertainment.
But if Enzo's goal counts like it should, game's different.
Correct. Oh, yeah. And then there's a penalty. It's clear as day handball. Textbook. It missed again. What are we doing? Consistency again, nowhere to be found. Well,
I thought we were going to get that, to be fair, in the Champions League, because we all know the handball law in the Champions League is if it hits your arm, no matter where your arm is, it's a penalty. Which, to be fair, Reece James did have one at the other end as well.
Well, there was consistency there, I guess. There's no common sense, and I thought the referee just sort of freestyled his own interpretation of the rules, and I was genuinely unsure what he was watching because I didn't feel it was the same game as the rest of us, and I haven't seen a Chelsea fan say that was rightly ruled out because it's so soft.
Really soft.
It's
ridiculously
so
soft.
Oh, who's your second loser?
I've got all of the attackers, minus Esteval, because Esteval came on and actually did something. Everyone else, dog shit. Pedro Neto.
They didn't do anything, did they?
Neto and Garnacho are about as useful as a paper bag in a thunderstorm.
Pedro Neto was so poor.
He just, oh my God, he just does the same thing over and over again. It's like
he really
it's like
did.
watching an 8-year-old play FIFA, and that's the only buttons they've learnt.
Yeah, I totally understood all your frustration on Pedro Neto in that game, because I'm like, mate, all your crosses are Can I just say, he had 15 crosses in that game, Chris. I just want you to guess how many he got.
I've seen this earlier.
None. It was. I watched the game and I'm like, this is why Chris doesn't like this guy. I was like, no, none of your crosses are not one.
There was the one in the second half where he was putting down the right hand side, and Garnacho was square at the back post, screaming for it to come in first time, and he cut back onto his left foot, shimmied, and then delivered it way over his head and out of play. Garnacho went fucking mad, and I thought, fair play to you. That actually warmed me to Garnacho a little bit, because I thought, fair play, because you should be having a go at him there. Fucking put it in first time, you twat. Yeah, but not it wasn't. But not just them two. Although I don't know, Esteval was good when he came on. I thought Gittins showed glimpses when he came on as well. Not a lot, but I thought he looked better than Garnacho. Not hard. The two strikers though. Oh my God. João Pedro didn't have a lot to do, to be fair, when he came on. Liam Delap. Fuck me. He literally didn't move. Oh. He just stood in the middle of the box, perfectly still. And I thought, mate, how are you expecting to score a goal here? They've got like the whole of Cyprus in their penalty area, and you've thought, I'm going to go stand in there. I'm going to go stand right in the middle of there. I'll score from here. You won't, mate. You've got to move. You've got to make some sort of movement. Like, he didn't drift between the centre backs and try and find out, okay, who's the weakest one, who's the one I can get on and have some joy against. He didn't do any of the sort of double movements of, I'm going to attack the 6-yard box, but then I'm going to drop away to the penalty spot for the cutback. He literally just went and stood in the box. It was such lazy movement that you just look at him and you think, I don't know how you're expecting to score. And it was a clear sign that this is a player who has never played at a top club. He has never played at a club that faces this sort of low block. At Ipswich, no one did that against them, ever.
I will defend him in one aspect. It does help when your team give you service. And when Pedro Neto is just hitting balls, it's he didn't get much help.
He didn't have any service, but he didn't have any service because he didn't move.
That is also
it's hard to pick him out in that box when he stood still, surrounded by 4 Pafos players. You think, fucking hell.
True.
I'm not even convinced a prime David Beckham could have picked you out there.
Oh, I'm so glad you've said that, because my third loser was Gary Cottrell. just because of this.
Bit of a cheeky question. You obviously played for some time with David Beckham at Real Madrid. Have you been following his saga, and what are your thoughts on it?
With this saga?
No, don't answer.
Sorry?
I think the question is not relevant to Pafos FC. I'm sorry.
I don't understand the last word. Yeah, but we play together. Yeah.
Probably better not answering it. Probably wise.
Oh, fuck off, Gary. Oh, I couldn't believe it when he's one of his questions.
I fucking hate that.
Why? Just why? What a waste. Because obviously the manager of Pafos used to play with Beckham at Real Madrid, if you didn't know. But I was just like, what a waste of a fucking question. He's one of the most cringe-worthy German. To be fair, you know what? The whole of Sky Sports is cringy. Yeah. The whole of Sky Sports now is cringy, because I'm pretty sure it was him who did that stupid poem to Mikel Arteta about, it was like Arsenal are red, Man United are too. We've got the biggest amount of games at Sky Sports. We're excited, are you? And I'm like, oh, just shut up, man. I can't do this anymore.
I hate when in post-match or pre-match press conferences, they start asking them questions about societal issues. It's not what we're here for.
Yeah, I didn't
personally. I couldn't give a fuck if David Beckham's fell out with his son. What the fuck has that got to do with me? I ain't involved. That's a family problem.
I just can't. Why didn't you ask him? Well, you could have brought David Luiz on for like 2 minutes, even though he was probably injured. Yeah, bring that on. I don't care about David Beckham and his. I don't care. It's just so annoying. I had to get it in. I had to get it in. I didn't even know. Where's the "we don't care" button? It's usually somewhere. Oh, there it is.
We do not care.
Yeah, it was very appropriate. Who's your final loser?
Me.
Oh no, tough one.
Yeah, do you know why? I said this earlier. It's the hope that kills you. And when
true.
Maresca left, I was happy because I thought we might get someone in, regardless of who it is, who plays in a way that I'll actually enjoy watching. And this was painful again. This was Maresca ball all over again. Again, I'll put an asterisk next to it because of the reasons that I said earlier about the way Pafos played, and it was never going to be a highly entertaining game. But it was the slow, laboured, let's knock it around the back, let's just take loads of touches. And you just think, oh, and then when I seen Gusto inside, I just thought, what are we doing? If we're just going to do the same thing, you might as well have kept the bold fraud in. Like, there's no point making a change and then doing the same thing. It just doesn't make any sense. It'd be like hiring a painter and decorator, getting annoyed that he was painting your lounge orange, hiring a new one, and then going, "Could you paint it orange for us?" Like, what would be the point? Like, what are you doing? It's fucking pointless. And I really hope that this isn't a trend, and we can start being a little bit more expansive and better to watch, because otherwise it's just going to be. And I'll turn on Rosenior as quick as I did Maresca. If the football's boring and we're not getting results, then
that's a good point.
Listen, at the moment, I think he's prioritising results over performance, which I haven't necessarily got a problem with, because you're at a stage of the season now where it's only results that matter now. I think he'll probably take the summer. He's probably looking towards the summer and saying, right, I'll implement my ideas in the summer. Between now and May, it's just about, I just need to get results to get us to where we need to be. And I think you've seen that by the fact that we've almost tightened up defensively. We've stopped giving so many chances away. I think you've seen that in the approach in the Brentford game. Once we was 2-0 up, it was shut up shop and just take it. Just take this now. We don't need to go chasing anymore. And so I'll give him some leeway for now, but I ain't watching us knock it around with Malo Gusto as playing as a number 10 between now and May, and then keep supporting him, because that's not what I want to watch.
That's true. Emoji game review. I went with the letter emoji because this game could have been an email.
Yeah,
it's true.
That is really good. That. I'm gonna go with the play button. Because you'd have been better just watching the highlights on YouTube.
Correct. Let's have a look at our Lion picks. I have no idea what I went with. I went with Esteval. Oh, Berth went with Delap.
Definitely
no chance. The Wheel went with Champong, Ollie, Hato, and you had Santos.
Well, most of them didn't play. So
no winners. I can't give it. That's just not. That'd be such a, because he did a few skill moves and nearly scored. I can't.
His volley was nice, though, wasn't it?
True.
Out of them four players, though, Esteval was the best one.
Yeah, I suppose I have to give it.
Yeah, I would.
Caicedo.
Yeah.
He's locked in. He got the actual.
100%.
Yeah, he got the actual one. So, match preview. We are having a quiet one. It's back to the first game of the Premier League season. It's a whole weekend is literally the reverse of the first day of the season, because we're taking to Sellers Park to play Crystal Palace if they have any players left. They are currently 13th in the Premier League with 7 wins, 7 draws and 8 defeats. Recent form is 2 draws and 3 defeats. I did call up Alan Glasner about which player I should shine the spotlight on. He told me they've all been sold. All his best players are sold. Eze, Gui, they've all gone. And whether this phone call happened or not, it's just another story. I think Yeremy Pino, I think he could change. I really like Yeremy Pino. And he probably won't play. But if he did, yeah. Last time that Palace beat Chelsea was on the 14th of October 2017, so quite a long time ago. What was the UK number one? Well, it was Rockstar by Post Malone feat 21 Savage. And of course, I need to know what Lion is going to be a rockstar for Chelsea this weekend. Who have we got? Come on, Wheel. Don't give me Pedro Neto, Wheel. Don't. Nice pick, Esteval.
That was going to be mine.
Safe pick, I think. You really think Esteval?
He's got to start. But then he can't, can he? Because he's not a left winger. I don't know where this thing is now about wingers can only play one side. I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Can only play one side.
So he probably won't start on the left, and he can't start on the right because Pedro Neto's got to play. Because Pedro Neto is the manager.
Just the rule.
He's a player. He's a player manager at this point. He must be.
Yeah, love.
So it is fucking tough because he should play, shouldn't he? Let's be honest. I'm going to go João Pedro.
Okay.
Because Delap ain't going to play after that. Surely to God. Rumour has it he's still stood in the box.
He might be. I've gone Enzo Fernandez. I feel like he's due a game. And I don't think I've picked him this season. No, I haven't. I haven't actually picked Enzo Fernandez at any point. So
agenda.
Maybe some good luck. Agenda. Well, it's there. It's definitely there. Right. I have got Blue versus Who. 3 questions in the reverse fixture earlier this season. It ended 0-0. Eberiche Eze's free kick was ruled out because Mark Gay. Mark Gay, you know, the now Man City player, had moved too close to the Chelsea wall when the ball was struck. Which Chelsea player, though, did Mark Gay push out of the way to create a gap for the ball to fly through?
Oh
yeah. Niche questions.
Was it Caicedo?
It was indeed Moises Caicedo. Nicely done. Eberiche Eze is Palace's record sale. Michael Elise is their 3rd highest record sale. Who is 2nd?
Oh, fucking hell. That's a good question.
He's not at that club anymore. I'll say that. He's not at that club anymore.
Would you give me the price?
I can. It was an initial fee of 45 million with another 5 million in bonuses.
Who the fuck have Palace sold for that much money?
Think of a club who will spend a lot of money without using their brains if they can use that player. 6th most expensive defender, not us. 6th most expensive defender of all time. Defender. He was the most expensive English player who was uncapped by the national side at any time of transfer.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Correct. Who's actually now a representative of DR Congo. He did not play for England full term. So, yeah.
I did not know that.
Put these former Eagles in order when they first joined Chelsea. Oh, yes, it's the reverse. I've got Batshuayi, I've got Ashley Cole, Victor Moses, Loic Remy, and a favourite of mine, Mikel Forsell. Could have also had Scott Sinclair again. He's everywhere, that man.
Right, I'm going to need them again. Batshuayi, Ashley Cole, Mikel Forsell.
Moses and Remy.
Okay, well, Mikel Forsell is
1998. He first joined us.
Without question. That was pretty easy. Then Ashley Cole. This is where it gets tricky now because all of these are really close together.
They go from 2012 to 2016.
Right, so it's got to be Victor Moses next because I watched him play for Chelsea live in like 2013.
So which player joined 10 years ago and which player joined 12 years ago?
Well, Batshuayi didn't play under Mourinho, but Remy did. So it's got to be Remy next at 4 and then Batshuayi.
2016. Very well done. Yeah, 3 for...
I miss him.
Who? Batshuayi?
He was great. Michy Batshuayi. What a player.
Came up clutch against West Brom. I remember it well in a bowling alley.
And it incredible now that he would be hands
best
down
player.
our best striker.
Yeah, he'd be our best striker.
You wouldn't even ask questions about whether he was starting or not. He'd just start. But back then, couldn't get a kick.
Well, we did have Diego Costa, which is like, pretty
exactly.
good. Oh, we'll close out with Quaresma's questions because he can't win Lone Army on his own. I have got... Oh, yeah, you have. I've got Fixed XJ, who's gone with when will Garnacho's whining stop? Also missed why Sanchez came on second half. Jorgensen got injured.
Yeah.
Heard nothing more on that, which is a bit of a shame because I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, Garnacho, he's just universally disliked, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's not much you can really add.
No, and to be fair, he's brought that on himself, hasn't he?
Well, yeah. Oh, this is a good question. What player would you like to help us unlock a low block? It's got to be Hazard, hasn't it? It's got to be that sort of ability. He's on the bench. I've just thought Esteban.
Yeah,
because he did well, didn't he? He danced through at points through their team.
So any player ever or in the current squad now?
Let's go with both. Let's open it up.
Okay, well, in the current squad now, it's Esteban, isn't it? Let's be honest.
100%. Easy all day.
A fully fit and firing Cole Palmer, but not this version. It's Esteban currently. Ever, Hazard's a great shout because we all remember the West Ham goal where he just said, "Give me the ball. I'll beat these." Beat 4 players, scored, and went, "Come on, let's win the game." But I'd be really tempted with Cesc Fabregas. Do you remember in our title-winning season that pass he played to Diego Costa at home against Middlesbrough? When they sat in a really low block, we couldn't break them down, and then Fabregas got the ball, and he somehow found this pass to Diego Costa that people didn't even see, let alone execute. And you thought, that's how you beat a low block. You need someone that intelligent.
Interestingly, Jamie Gittins actually nutmegged a couple of players last night, so he did show he has ability as well. I'm trying to think of a signing that we could make that would. Oh, Jeremy Pino. I don't know. We always think tricky winger when you think of players that can beat a low block. Well, I do.
I think you either need a good winger who can beat a player 1v1 and draw attention, or you need a forward who's got very, very good movement off the ball.
Igor Thiago then? He's got 6.
Do you know who wouldn't be a bad shout?
Go on.
Rafael.
Yeah, you don't hear much about him nowadays. Actually, I feel like he's dropped off. I feel like he has really dropped off. Not like dropped off in quality. I mean, just dropped off rumor mills.
Yeah, I think people have just stopped talking about him
because this guy was linked with like the elite of the elite, and now it's like, oh yeah, Rafael's there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
But he's a bit of a maverick. He can, he has the ability to find space in a telephone box. He's one of them.
He also has the fastest goal ever scored in the Italian Serie A at 6.2 seconds. That's a random fact I just found on his records. So that's cool. That's useful. Yeah, he could beat a low block from 0 seconds.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, listeners, we're at the end of another episode. Thank you, of course, for tuning in. And before we go, don't forget, proud part of Head in the Game, the mental health charity in football, sport, wellbeing and community. Find out more at headinthegame.co.uk and treat yourself well because we'll be back on Monday. We got winners and losers from Chelsea and Crystal Palace and Chelsea women and Arsenal. So hopefully London is blue. Hopefully. Gotta have faith. So until next time, that will be us signing off.
You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.